I'm going to show you how I created this cut file and also how I cut it out on my Scan and Cut DX. Okay, I'm going to do some image tracing right here, an image on the computer, and we'll use this image that I downloaded from the internet. And I want to get a cut file that's going to cut out inside too, so I'm going to change this to trace the edges of the areas by color. And so you can see from the highlight here the cut files that are going to be created, and I will click OK. I'm going to come over here to the Layers view, and I'm going to get rid of the image. I'll unlock it first, just highlight it and press the Delete key, because I don't need the image at this point. Now, it's also created individual cut files inside each one of these, which I don't need. That will end up cutting each of these inside lines 2 times. So I'm going to come over here to my Layers view, and I am just going to hold down my Control key and select all of these little extra shapes that are in between. And then I am going to hit the Delete key on my keyboard. And let's see, there's also this one right here, which I don't need. Okay, and I'll select everything, and I'm going to come up to Layer, and I'm going to, looks like they are already grouped. So this is our diamond, and now we'll add some text. So I'm going to come over here to the text tool. The font I want to use is called Black Sword, and it's a calligraphy font. Let's see. And then I'll start typing in my text. Okay. I'm going to select all those texts, and I'm going to set them all to bold. Come up here to Edit, and I'm going to center them. And then I want to set the distribute space to -0.1, and we'll do that vertically. I'm going to look at these a little closer. Oops. And like for instance, this one is kind of overlapping, so I'll select it and use my keyboard's down arrow key to just move it out of the way a little bit. Now we'll select all of these. We'll come over to Edit again, and we're going to weld. And then we'll come up to Layer, and we will group them. Now let me set my zoom maybe to about 50% so that we can see a little better. I want this to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to size it up a bit. And we'll select both the diamond and our text. We'll come up here to Edit, and we will center. And so that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take the whole thing, I'm going to layer it, and I'm going to group the whole thing. And to get an idea of what this looks like, we'll come up here to Properties, and we'll set a fill color. We'll just set it maybe to a light blue. So now this looks pretty good, and so I'm going to go ahead and send this to my cutting file. So we'll go to File, Transfer FCM File via the Internet, and now we'll go to the Scan and Cut. Okay, and I'll retrieve the data from the Internet. And there is my design. Okay, and I have put my vinyl onto my cutting mat, and I've taped it into place with some low-tack tape, and I will load the mat into my scan and cut. And now I'm going to scan in the background. Okay, and I think maybe what I will do is I'm going to size this down just a little bit to make sure it fits. And so that looks good. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to click on the wrench tool, and I am going to make sure that my half cut is on. And I've got my blade in the machine, and I will just press start. Okay, it's finished, so I clicked OK, and I will eject now. Okay, and I will remove the vinyl. Okay, and there's parts of this vinyl where there is no design, so to save the vinyl, I'm just going to cut this away. Okay, and now I'm going to try and weed it, and this vinyl is just really horrible at weeding, so I thought I'll try reverse weeding by putting the whole thing onto the transfer sheet and then try to do a reverse weeding where I just remove the unwanted parts. But even this is turning out to be just a horrendous chore, and so I didn't keep the camera rolling while I completed weeding this, but this gives you an idea of just how difficult this particular vinyl was to weed. Okay, this was a bear to weed, but I did finally get it weeded. And so here is my Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, ready to be put onto my portfolio cover. Okay, and then I've got this art portfolio that's 14 by 17, several pages, and the multiple pages are in here so that I can put my diamond paintings in here. But what I want to do now is I want to put this on here. Okay, and I'm going to use my T-ruler here since I didn't get the design very evenly onto the carrier sheet. Okay, I like that placement, so I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers giant bone folder here. And this vinyl was so horrible. The adhesive on the bottom of the vinyl was worse than the adhesive on the carrier sheet. And so I wanted to keep coming up with the carrier sheet, and I will never buy this vinyl again. Okay, and once again, this glitter vinyl was a headache to work with. It was taped Technologies glitter vinyl, and I'm never ever going to buy it again. But I was able to finally get it on, and so this will be my portfolio for my diamond paintings. Okay, and for example, this is the diamond painting I'm working on right now. So when I'm finished with it, I will probably put it in this way. I'll trim it down and then mount it in this way. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!